Hello, Waswere here, back with another video. Today we continue our journey to Golden Reaper, where we need to get every drop from every boss in the game. Coming into this episode, we have 13 items to go across 6 different bosses, and we're going to start our journey today with Solak. Solak is a really difficult boss to get into. The death costs are just insane in a hybrid setup, which makes it very hard to teach people, even your friends. But luckily there was a free death week recently, and I took advantage of that by inviting and teaching 3 new friends Solak. This has led to more opportunities to Solak, whether it be in large groups or small groups within our larger friend group. Which is not only good for fun, they're really loving Solak, but also for my own personal log progression, as I'm able to get more kills done, and more kills is more chances for unique loot. People are going to die when they learn. It's kind of just a fact of the boss. They're going to do dumb things like join the Mind Realm by accident on P4 and get rinsed instantly by the manifestations. It's just unavoidable. But they learned from their mistakes and now are much better at the boss now that free death week is gone. But with that in mind, let's get the drops rolling. Starting off the episode strong with a main hand Blightbound. This was 4-man and it sold for 927 mil, so that's a 232 mil split each. If only it could have been the offhand, it would have been like 300 mil plus. How to loot Solak 101. You go to War's Retreat, you load up your banking preset, which has your Luck of the Dwarves on, and then you go through, you get 100% adren, you go through the portal, you loot a crossbow, or 2 pages, and then you teleport away. We have a bit of a tradition within our group where the last kill of the hour, we all decide to loot in unison, so we count it off 3, 2, 1, loot. We think maybe one day we'll be able to pick up a double broadcast, but today we were only able to pick up 1 Blightbound crossbow, another main hand. This one sold for a lot less at 896 mil. I think the free death week had people camping Solak because it's the place where you have the biggest death costs. But that's still a 179 mil split, 5 ways. And our streak continues. We pick up another Blightbound crossbow. This one, in fact, was 6-man instead of 5-man, so the split's a little bit lower at 162 mil. But hey, it's still more GP, and the splits are pretty massive here, even in large teams now that the Blightbounds have spiked up, because ranged is an overpowered style. Hopefully we can see and get a personal offhand relatively soon. Large group Solak has started to grow on me. I've always hated the pads on P1 as it's that much more difficult than with smaller teams, as communication is key and you need to build up chemistry with your teammates to be able to effectively do it. But the more relaxed DPS checks and the higher frequency of seeing a unique has me happy to go 5 or 6-man, when before I would only ever want to do 4-man max. As we still need a 1 in 400 drop, the offhand Blightbound crossbow, and a 1 in 500 drop, the Marithel's staff from this boss, we're probably looking at 600 or 700 more kills to go before we'll hopefully get the log done, so be ready for a hell of a lot more tree. So we're doing some trio 4-man-ish massing to build up KC. Basically the idea is that each of the main 3 of us ult on, or dump our adrenaline on one of the brothers, or on one of the Matriarchs. And for me, my designated one is the Major, because that's the only one I need. But with that kill right there, we got 2000 KC. Let me just activate Rapid Fire, and then I'll quick chat it. There we are, 2000 Matriarchs, which means we have 2 thresholds to the pet. So the pet drop rate is now 1 in, 3 in 2000. As you can see here, Franck is the designated ultra for the Major, so he's, that way he gets the drop every time, and then Bebby over here will Zerk on the Ranger, and that way we all get our fair share of drops and get more kills per hour. There is another Heart of the Seer. That's pretty good. I think this one's still going to be the most expensive one, just by the way of how the kill percentage works out. Like probably like 75% of kills are on Raphis, 20% on Orichalca, and like 5% on Fenthraken. And the fact that the majoring is actually like a really good ring to have even as a switch, just for Asphyxiate and Conch Blast for those high level PVMers. Not gonna lie, I hate that these broadcasts now. It's just going to be so many, and I'm going to think I get the pet every time. It should be a friends broadcast at most. Maybe only even the heart pieces. Okay, this is the biggest troll I've had yet. A Pavosaurus egg. I also got a beam drop and a treasure hunter key. I legitimately thought I got the pet that kill. Oh my god. Yo. Aura was just running out. What the fudge? Let's claim this last pet. And we're gonna get the collection log here. Pavo. And we have completed the Rex Flex feat. 2152 KC. I will take that. We ended up with 17, 18, 20, 22, 30, 31 different uniques. And let's put on this title. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this on, but I do like the red text, and it's fairly new. The Rapid pet is still my favorite of them, but let's just see what the other pet looks like. Okay, that might be my new favorite. 2152 KC. Collection logs done. We have 12 items to go for Golden Reaper. And as I completed this one with a boss pet, it's going to be a 25 mil giveaway to subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment down below with your RSN. Booyah. So this is kind of awkward, but we're back at Elite Dungeons 3. If you look at my little notes here, I only have 5 bosses left to go. And 4 of them are group bosses. Yeah, that means the only thing I can do that is not with other people is Elite Dungeon 3 and Shadow Reef. Luckily, or maybe unluckily, we still have a lot to go. So we still need to get 3 limb pieces and the Ambi pet. The 3 limb pieces are 1 in 55, so should be about 180 more solos to get it done if I go on drop rate from here on out. So that is still like a 100-hour journey, but I'm going to become an Eldritch slave now. And let's see how many we can get done till we get our first crossbow piece. 5 Blackstone hearts. At least we got the huge salvage. 43 more. 431. That could have been such a good time. I didn't even get the second was Fall Now and Be Forgotten. But I messed up the first phase so hard, so I phased later. That was my 415. But the drop was absolute garbajosa. Are we gonna get a crossbow piece here? Oh, 54 Blackstone arrow tips. Honestly, this place sucks when you don't get a drop. One thing to keep the entertainment up while going through these runs is pushing for personal records at Leviathan and Terracat. I've set some pretty good records, not great, so it does take a little bit of RNG to beat my times now, but every personal record or even chance to beat that record gets me excited and makes me focus a lot more on the boss, so pushing for it has been a lot of fun. Oh, that took forever to get a new PR, but we finally have a new Crassian Leviathan PR, and we broke the 130 threshold. Pretty good for melee, I think, at least. So that is another Reaper task done. We got 45,000 Slayer experience and 37 Reapers. Unfortunately, the drops on basically all of them were trash. I got Blackstone arrow tips every single time. And if we look at the chest now, we're up to 650 million common loot. Hey, back-to-back PRs and on our 75th Crassian solo. Well, we just clutched that Crassian Leviathan record 124. I really don't think I can do much better than that unless I start grimming, and I'm not grimming till the pages get under 2 mil. Maybe 3 mil. That is our 75th solo at Ambassador, and we don't have a drop, and we also have, on top of that, the extra 11 darts. So we really are 86. We're approaching double drop rate. Cruise to the finish line here. A little bit of a slow kill because of dark magic. But this is going to be a bit of a milestone kill here if I can finally finish this off. The kill where we get 8 Blackstone hearts. No, this is actually our 77th solo. And if we add up 43 and 77 together, you get 120. And that means we have 2 thresholds for the pet. So the drop rate is now going to be 3 in 300, which we can normalize down and reduce to 1 in 100. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ha ha ha! So we don't have a crossbow piece yet, but we picked up the Umbral Urn, which is the ED3 pet. We're gonna get the pet when we unlock it, but we still have the stock, mechanism, and limb to go. That is 4 pets left for IFB. We need the AOD pet, we need the ED3 pet, which we just got, we need Yaka pet, and we need the 2 Virago pets. So now that we have our pet in the chest here, I don't necessarily care about our KC anymore because getting our KC higher just shows how more dry we are, but doesn't actually improve our drop rates for anything. So I'm going to start darting everything. Every time I get a dart, just gonna go throw it on an ambassador and not worry about storing them up. But I have 6 from the last time we darted, so let's go use our 6 darts right now. So dart number 1, 52 ghostly essence and 8 blackstone hearts. Well, the game scammed me of a effigy beam. I don't think I've ever seen an effigy without the beam on the ground. That actually looks really cool without the beam. So this is going to be our last dart. We used up 5 already, and we have our 6th one to go here, and hopefully we're able to pick up a crossbow piece. And we didn't. We got 205 blackstone arrow tips and 104 battle staffs. So I forgot to mention this on the previous one, but we are now over double drop rate. We have 94 solos and 17 additional ones with darts, so that brings us to 111 solos with no crossbow piece. Whoa, 100 Hydrix bolt tips. 3 mil. Ambassador is such a fun boss. It's a shame that it's hidden behind elite dungeons and the mob grinding to get to him. I genuinely have enjoyed every single kill I've done, and it feels very natural and rhythmic to go through the boss, its mechanics, and the damage you need to do. It's almost as if the content developers of ED3 designed the boss around certain strategies that they expected the players to take, and it flows beautifully. Of course, because it's a RuneScape boss, DPS is king and will always be king, but it's still a lot of fun. It's also very nice for earmarking your improvement and how much better you're getting. For example, I can see that my HP when the spinners happen is a lot lower now than when I first started, and that compounds where I get to 550k HP, which is the start of phase 2, earlier, and now need to change up my rotation a little bit to best use my abilities around the quicker time. I've even had to throw in a flurry sometimes so that my berserk is up at the right time and I'm not sitting around not attacking. What was once my PR 50 solos ago is now a slow kill, and it feels great to push that PR lower and lower, and it all culminated in this kill. Hey, that's a new PR. 422 Ambassador. Unfortunately, we still don't have a crossbow piece, but that's another uncut onyx. That is our 100th solo kill, and we finished the rune score requirement. But yeah, we still don't have anything. And we got a Crystal Triskelion, ugh. But yeah, we don't have the crossbow piece yet. 100 solos, 422 PR with melee, almost 500 Blackstone Hearts with no limb pieces. I do have the pet, but I just haven't claimed it yet because I want it to look cool in the chest. Ooh, 372 Onyx Dust? What's the math on that? That's like 11 mil! What? Yeah, look. 372 Onyx Dust magically doubled 10.9 mil. For the past day or so, I've been racking my brain on when I should actually end this episode. It feels like it could probably go on forever with how my RNG is going. Just as a little update, we're up to 112 solos and the 17 darts, so 129 solos, almost 2.5 times drop rate, and we have no crossbow pieces at this point, but the chest value is up to 856 mil, which is pretty sweet. So I've decided that I'm going to end the episode when I either get a crossbow piece or the total value of the chest gets over 1 bill. So I seem to get about 5 mil a run, sometimes more, sometimes less, but 5 to 6 mil might be a good estimate. So we're probably looking at 30 more solos. I can do 2.5 an hour. So another 10 to 12 hours of ED3. Let's get it. Everyone's on DXP right now. I've used 6 seconds. So I can't really rely on group PVM at this point because they're all using up their DXP time. But I have nothing to do with it, so I'm going to keep soloing ED3. Oh, yes! That was literally the very first solo after I said, let's end that episode. Yo, look at the clan chat go. It's not on the ground, right? Okay, yeah, it's in the chest. I just had to make a check to make sure that it wasn't in the chest. Yeah, it didn't double. Unfortunately, we only got one. But we have the mechanism, just the stock and the limb to go. And we also have the pet, remember, that's in the chest. It just doesn't show up on the log until you claim the pet. I thought I would go back for one more solo, just in case we got the back-to-back. You know, you always gotta go for it, but unfortunately we couldn't be that lucky this time. This is going to be the end of the episode. We accomplished a lot this episode, getting back into Solak, finishing up the Rex Matriarchs log, and picking up 2 unique items on the Elite Dungeons 3 log. This is one of the first times that it's felt real, that I'm actually this close to Golden Reaper. It's only 10 items, but it's 10 really tough items to get. If I can knock off 1 item a week for the next couple months, we could maybe just get this done before God Wars Dungeon 3 comes out, but I think that's a bit of a long shot. Next episode is going to be with us back at 83, and hopefully my friends will get tired of gaining XP and we can get back to some group PVM. As a reminder, if you are subscribed, leave a comment down below with your RSN for the 25 mil giveaway for completing the Rex Matriarchs log. If you liked the video, well, you might as well click that thumbs up and like the video to help this get to more people. But past that, have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.